What is up, YouTube family? It's Andrea here at VW Family Farm, and I am getting outside today. I don't know about y'all, but even on rainy days, which that's what it is here, I still like to get out and check my gardens, and of course we get out and do chores every day, all that kind of stuff. And I have been so pumped to show y'all this back garden. I've been wanting to show y'all what all we got going on back here for a while, but I just haven't had the time. So we're getting out today. I'm gonna show you what we got. It's cold here. I'm back to wearing jackets. It's not as cold as where some of you guys are. I've seen where some of y'all have had snow and freezing temperatures and all that. We've not had that to deal with. It's been cool, so that stresses out the plants, but not freezing or anything like that. But I did actually have to get some heat going today because it's that chilly. But we are back here. Everything is surviving. The warmth will come back. It may be a few days, but it will warm back up and things will bounce back. I hope nothing of yours froze or got frosted on or anything like that. I hope everything survives. So anyway, I want to show this to y'all. I'm really excited. We're trying new things back here. Lots of companion planting, just lots of new methods, all kinds of stuff. So let's get started. So last year we took y'all along on our gardening adventures last summer, and you know we used tarps back here. They were actually old billboards. If you've ever seen a billboard after they take it down, it is a huge tarp. That's what it is. I never knew that until we started getting them. If you're interested in some billboard tarps to use around your property, we were able to get those for free. A lot of places I know, I've heard of like the Amish selling them, so I don't know if they're getting them for free and then reselling them. I don't know how that works. But in our area, and probably yours too, if you drive around and you see an empty billboard, it will have a phone number on it for people interested in purchasing a spot to put their advertisement on that billboard. If you will call that number and just ask them what they do with their old billboards, you might score into some billboards like we did. That helped us on a lot of things around our property, suppressing grass, as well as we did it as a trial and error back here last year to see what it would be like to completely cover the ground. Because just to be honest, we have to do things around here that we can afford. And so that's where we started. It worked wonderful. It had a few drawbacks because the water did not go through it very well at all. So we wound up having to do quite a bit of watering to try to get it in the holes of the plants in the billboard. So this year we took the plunge and we covered the entire back garden in woven ground cover from Grower's Solution. And so far we are extremely pleased. This is what this stuff is made for. Whereas we were trying to make billboards work, and you certainly can do that. And I'm all about doing what you can. You can't always afford everything, but we are super tickled to be using this woven ground cover because it is made for this. Water will go through it, but it also will do a great job of suppressing the weeds. So you can see how we've done it. We have actually chosen, we couldn't bring ourselves to poke holes in every row of this ground cover. So we have actually put them together, and then we have planted in between them where they meet. And so all I'll have to do is weed down through there. I also have a super cool hook claw thing for cultivating that I got from Haas Tools that you'll see me use this summer. I've already been using it out here. It's going to be perfect for weeding these tiny little spaces. So in years to come, I'm sure we will poke holes in all of these and plant on top of all of them. But this year we were able to get planted in between these row covers, and then down here on the end we did plant on top of the row covers as well. So that's where we're starting, and then we will just go from there in years to come. So down here on these rows, I'm going to give y'all like an overview of what all is planted back here. These first 3 rows all the way over to here are planted in corn. The corn is just starting to come up, and actually I'm going to admit to y'all, in the past like 3 or 4 years, we have actually bought our corn. We grew corn for years, but we always battle worms that get in where the silks are and eat the end of the cob. And you know what? I just dealt with it. Instead of using chemicals, I just cut that part off and processed my corn. But the past few years, there's a farm here in Arkansas that grows corn naturally. that it is amazing. And so we just decided, you know what, that's one of those things we're willing to buy. But when all this went down with food shortages and talks of that coming up, we talked about it and we thought, you know what, we need to be doing for ourselves as much as possible. It's great if you don't have the ability to grow something to purchase it from a local farmer, but we do have the ability. We have the room to grow corn. So we're back to growing corn. So you can see the corn is coming up really awesome, really amazing. And we have interspersed flowers throughout all these rows. I'll be showing you as the year goes on and as they come up and bloom. We've done a lot of companion planting this year. So these 2 rows right here, you can see they have holes in them. This is where I've planted all my melons and my squashes, all the things that are gonna take up quite a bit of room. So you can see down through there, everything is coming up amazing. Okay, and you can see there is lots of water right now, but it's just still the rainy season. So this next row right here is planted in okra, as well as there's some little pepper plants interspersed. Just more companion planting. There's an ajvarski, really excited to be growing those. A little baby Ozark Giant and a little baby Quadrado. Those are all from Baker Creek. Another thing you're gonna see back here this year that's gonna be kind of new to me is I'm growing a ton of peppers to make stuff out of. I want to make my own chili powder and I want to make my own paprika powder. So I've got paprika plants growing. I've got several different types of chili peppers. I'll show you those in just a second. They're still all pretty small, but they're doing really well. So this row is all kinds of chili peppers. There's an Anaheim. I've got a couple of these. These are called guajilos. And then these are bigger. These are poblanos. Also got nasturtiums planted in here. We've got flowers on almost every row. And then this same row with all the peppers, you can see all the peppers going down through there. We have actually planted cucumbers in with the peppers so they can climb this fence. You can see the cucumbers are coming up really well. And I planted quite a variety of cucumbers, more than I've ever planted before. We love pickles. We love just fresh eating cucumbers. We just really love cucumbers as a family. So I'm excited to do that, as well as I've hinted around to you guys that we might put up a little vegetable stand if we have tons of extra produce, because there's just lots of people looking for fresh food. People are interested in getting back to buying from the local farm. So we want to provide that if that's something that people are interested in our area. So if I have extra, that's what I'll be doing with it. And we are planting a variety of cucumbers from Baker Creek as well as Haas Tools. I've told you before, but we've been really tickled with Haas Tools seeds this year. They've germinated really well, and you know we love Baker Creek seeds. So we're just really excited to have some of both of their varieties. All right, and then the rain's picking up, so I'm gonna wrap this up. You can see the next 3 rows are still coming up. Those are green beans, Contenders and Romas. Those are my 2 favorite varieties. And these beans are coming up so much better than my beans out front did, so much quicker. They've already caught them. And that is just a testament to, I waited a little later to put this garden in, and it was warmer, and the ground was warmer, and that just helps the seeds to germinate quicker. And so every year I just get confirmation that earlier and faster and being first is not always better. I have to hold myself back from planting some of these things because I know what they need in our area, and so I have to hold myself back and just be patient. But let's look at the tomatoes. I've got several varieties back here. These are going to be my big slicer tomatoes. I put my paste and sauce tomatoes up front. I'm going to start down here on the small end. I planted some pink ponderosas and some Abe Lincolns. They're still very small. They were very small when I put them out, but just like these beans, them being put out later, as soon as the warmth comes back, they will catch right up. They will take off. My grandma never planted tomatoes as plants. She planted seeds outside, and her tomatoes would almost always catch everybody else's, just because to plant a seed outside, she had to wait until it was warm, and that was the weather the tomatoes liked. So I'm hopeful that these will catch up and do really well. So I'm growing back here Bella Rosa and Red Snapper from Hoss Tools, and they are looking amazing. That's what I just showed you was the Red Snapper. Let me show you some of the Bella Rosas. They're blooming like crazy. In fact, I've already had to use some of the clips and clip them up because they were so big. But we've also got a stretch of fence here that we are going to trellis them on, where we'll just keep clipping them. We bought those little clips from Amazon. There was like 1,000 or something like that in a package, a huge amount. So we just keep clipping them up as they grow. And as you know, tomatoes just keep growing from the top. So you can just keep clipping them up to the fence. Our other two varieties back here are from Baker Creek, German Pinks and Cherokee Purples. Those are our old standard favorites. We've loved those for years. They're doing good as well. And actually, we have a Cherokee Purple that actually has a tomato on it. I cannot believe it. Let me show you those. So as you can see, it actually has 2 tomatoes. So I'm really excited about those. I'm excited to be gardening again, to be outside, fresh air. I love sharing you guys' excitement that I see on YouTube videos, as well as we see your stuff on Facebook and Instagram. It's fun. It's so much fun to be in this community of gardeners and farmers and just all the things we do. It's fun to share it with you guys. So that's what's going on here. I've been wanting to show you the back garden. I hope next time I show you it's going to look a lot different, full of great produce and just fruits of our labor. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll give you a tour soon of the front garden and the potatoes and the fruit trees and everything like that. Hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer, sunnier day. I'm heading inside for some hot tea and honey, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Share our videos if you feel so inclined. If you like what you see, maybe others will too. Thanks for watching, and God bless.